What's going on, YouTube land? I made it through my first few videos. Made those all in one night. Made a lot of mistakes, and I don't know. Just kind of glad that's out of the way. Really good books, though. So, in spite of the fact that you know, not the best videos ever, there's a lot of good content in them. It says it's going to be about 2 weeks on my next haul. I didn't make it. I've got quite a few books to go through. It was about a week ago when I made those videos, and it took me a while to get them loaded up because I'm loading them off my phone. It just takes some time. But here's some of the books I picked up. I picked up 1, 2, and 3 in the Wolverine limited series. Unfortunately, 4 wasn't there. These books are fine minus. A lot of, especially these two, a lot of spine ticking, but that's their major sin. Some light creases here and there. It's just they're not in the greatest shape, but they were there, and the price was exceptional, like $2. Supergirl #1. I've got some girl power comics in this video because I have a daughter, and who knows, maybe someday she'll be interested. But this book, I bought it at a antique mall. It's down the road from me, and as per usual, it's in less than perfect shape. It's like fine minus. There's some staining on the back cover, but price wasn't that much. It's like $3. Here's a book I've actually had for a while, but I wanted to throw it on here because I really like this book. It's Incredible Hulk 367. This is the first artwork by Dale Keown in comics. Later he went on to do Pitt and God knows what else, but he's my favorite artist back then. I thought he was pretty amazing in this run of Incredible Hulk. Fantastic Four 300, very fine denier mint shape. Why not? Price was good. Great color on the covers. It's a nice book. These are both in VG shape, but I got the Frankenstein monster #8 and #9. Also in about fine minus shape, maybe even VG fine. This book was a quarter. Devil Dinosaur #3. It's Jack Kirby. I'm gonna pick it up. And next, I got a run of Amazing Spider-Man. These two books, actually, the first and second one, I've had for some time. I think since like '95. But that book's in very fine shape. This one's not so much. It's got a couple creases. They're not real deep. They don't break color. On the side, maybe it's a fine minus. That seems to be the only real problem with it. 286, very fine. 287 near mint, and 288 very fine near mint. This is my favorite of the covers in this series. I wasn't really all that blown away by this storyline, but I finally got to finish it after having these 2 books for so long. At least I found out what actually happened. The next books I got at my cousin's house out of his collection. He's got a scattered collection all over his house, and he likes money. I like comic books, so I'll just show these 3. This is pretty much like the potatoes. 2, 3, and 4 of X Factor. Take these out here. But I also got #7. Thought, why not? Should be a good read. But more importantly, I got #5. It's the first cameo of Thanos. This book's in fine condition, fine plus. There's a pretty nice sized tick right here, and the cover's just kind of dirty. It might be better than that, fine, very fine, but I'm just not qualified to grade too high at this point, so I always shoot as low as possible. And maybe later, if I've been collecting for a while, I'm sure I'll go back and realize I misgraded some comics. But of course, I got this book, which I'm very excited about. Fine, very fine condition. Once again, maybe better, but that's what I'm going with. First full appearance of Apocalypse. Pretty amazing to just find that, going through his stuff. He's got a lot of older Silver Age, Bronze Age, and not the greatest condition, and some modern, and this is just in there randomly. So that small run of X Factor is pretty exciting to me. I haven't got to read them yet, so I've got, I don't know, 2 through 7 to read in the upcoming days, so that's pretty exciting. Ms. Marvel is cheap, VG shape. Once again, the whole girl power thing. Just checking out some of these, female leads that I've not pursued. And onward, Spider-Woman #1. I actually wanted to read Spider-Woman, check her out a little bit. I wasn't totally blown away by the first issue, but that's just how some first issues are, just setting everything up. But from the Avengers Giant Annual #10, first appearance of Rogue, I really enjoyed her role in that story, so I'm going to grab a couple more issues and see where it goes. Surprise, surprise, Mighty Thor #261. This is a very fine near mint shape, and I've yet to read it as well. I've got some reading to do. Dazzler #1 in fine condition. And then I have a run of Batman books, and they're not really in the correct order, any particular order. So I'm just going to show them, and I don't have a whole lot to say about many of them. Number 318, first appearance of Firebug. Love this cover. Just the fire trucks, the angle, everything about it's just a beautiful cover. Number 335, fine condition. Number 336, pretty much fine condition. I thought this one was interesting. This is number 304. We got this in fine, very fine. The exclusive beginning in this issue, the public life of Bruce Wayne. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. I say that, but I haven't read it yet, but I plan on it. I bought a lot of books this week. I didn't have a whole lot of time to read, except for one comic that I'm going to show you here. It's actually a graphic novel. Number 312, first appearance of Calendar Man, and I believe his last. And this is my oldest Batman comic, number 302. And this book is in fine, very fine condition, maybe very fine minus. A pretty book. I'll check it out. This is the graphic novel I was talking about. It was a good read. I mean, obviously, the comics themselves, that this was the compilation of, not compilation, but I think it was 6 comics that came out through Dark Horse, and this is just the graphic novel. Anyway, The Star Wars, based on the original rough draft screenplay by George Lucas. It is a completely and totally different story. A lot of the names are the same, but the characters have changed. It was just a good read. Showed a copy of this in a previous video, but I went ahead and upgraded this. I found it at the comic shop, and this is in near mint condition, so I'm done searching for this book. X-Men 184, first appearance of Forge. And the next 3 books are my grand finale. I was able to pick this up in fine condition at the shop. Thor number 127, the first appearance of Pluto. Great Stanley, Jack Kirby work. Nobody does Thor better. Just an amazing duo. Thor number 193. This is the Silver Surfer appearance. Great story. I keep going back for more. But the last book, it's a poll of the week. And I am very excited to have this book. I never thought I would have a chance to own it. I never see it anywhere. I'm not going to pay eBay prices for it. Don't get me wrong, I paid good money for it, but on eBay it's just pretty sick sometimes. This is The Avengers number 53, The Avengers versus the X-Men. And this book is in a very fine near mint condition. A little bit darker here on the front than I'd want, but it's not stained up. It's not really dirty. It's just aged a little bit. Pages are bright white. Just a beautiful comic book. When I was reading it, it was almost surreal. I just couldn't believe I had it. It's definitely something that I wanted when I used to collect a long time ago, and the fact that I have it is still, before I go to work in the morning, I come downstairs and just check it out, and just amazed to have it. So anyway, thanks for everybody that subscribed, and the comments, and thanks for the encouragement. If you haven't subscribed, help a brother out. Like, comment. I'll see you next time.